Hey YouTube, it's that guy here. Guy here today, an Uncle Henry. This is a newer one, made in China. It is a full tang Bowie knife. I saw this in the store and just thought it was cool looking. And it was like 20 bucks. And I'm going, hey, if I use it once or twice and it breaks, no big deal. If it lasts a little bit longer, even better. But for 20 bucks, hey, it's one of those knives that if you're out camping with some friends and they want to borrow a knife, you can let them borrow this and you don't care. It was only 20 bucks. This is a beast of a knife. Like I said, it's a full tang Bowie. And let's go ahead and take it out of the sheath. Talk about the sheath in a minute. But this is the blade. Now, the blade is 10 inches, which is 255 millimeters. Overall, it is 15 inches long, or 15.4 inches long, which is 391 millimeters. Big dude. Overall weight is 17 ounces, comes out to 481.9 grams. It's a stainless steel 7CR17 MOV. The handle is Staglon, which is basically supposed to be a simulated stag handle. Kind of did a funky grain in there, but still looks kind of cool. And the sheath's nylon. This is the Uncle Henry 181 UH. Like I said, in case there's any doubts, we'll just show the tang stamp there. And you can tell from that tang stamp that it's one of the ones made in China, because it just says Uncle Henry and Charade on it. Doesn't say USA anywhere on it. But this sucker's a beast. I've had it for a while. Had it sitting on a bookshelf, or on top of some books on a bookshelf. It fell back behind the books. I just recently found it. I was straightening up a little bit and found it. Said, like, what the heck is back there? And pulled this out and found this. It's got brass handguard there. As you can see, it's full tang. It's got 3 brass pins on it, and one looks like 2, don't know if you can see there, looks like 2 brass pins holding the guard on it, the bolster, whatever you want to call it. It's got a nice feel to it. Kind of a little bit of finger grips here, comes back to kind of a pistol grip back there a little bit. For my hand, fits very well. Doesn't have a lanyard hole or anything, which would have been nice, just to, if you're chopping with it, keeping it control of it, having a lanyard on it. But hey, what can you say? Clip point, and if you look here, there's no way, unless you do some serious work, of getting that false edge sharpened. So that's just for looks. Comes to a very nice point. I'm kind of worried that point might be just a little bit too pointy and a little fragile there. But see, got a pretty good thickness to it. It's got some heft. I'm going to take this out camping with me soon. Do some testing with it. Try and baton with it. I mean, hey, with something this big, you can baton with it. If it breaks, what the hell? You'll find out from me if it's a halfway decent knife. I believe this knife normally goes for around $35 or $40. I happened to find it at one of the sporting goods stores I think it was one of the last ones they had there. They had a sale price on it of $20, and I just said, hey, let's go for it. Like I said, it's one of those blades you take out with you. When I go camping, I'm normally in my vehicle, so I can just carry this in the vehicle, and if someone wants to borrow a knife, they want a big knife to chop wood or whatever, hey, let them borrow this. Freaking small short sword, I think. Pretty close to it. Oh well. We'll see. Stay tuned. I'm back. I forgot to talk about the sheath. It's a nylon sheath. Has a few rivets on there. Stitching looks pretty good. It's all nylon. Snap closure there to retain it. When I was messing around with it, seemed to hold the knife in there pretty good, so kind of moves around a little bit, but not too bad. Again, what can you say for 20 bucks? But we'll find out how it holds up on my next camping trip. Stay tuned. Hey YouTube, I'm back again. This time we're going to do a little testing on the Uncle Henry big knife. Now it's Schrade 181 and it's got a 10-inch blade, and like I said, I got this real cheap on sale one time, and I want to play with it a little bit here. Now this is more of a knife you would carry in your vehicle. I'm sure back in the 1800s or something, people carried these around all the time. This is, like I said, got a 10-inch blade on it. Let's see how it chops. So. Okay, can tell you right now, this is some pretty dead wood here. It's not green, but the way this handle's shaped right here, that's really starting to hurt a little bit. Imagine if I was wearing some gloves, it would help, but whoa. What would be nice is if they had a lanyard hold here and you had a strap in there to hold this sucker, because it keeps wanting to slide out of the hand. Let's go with something a little bit smaller here. Yeah, not too bad. Just doesn't. That's a problem. Yeah, the ergonomics on this sucker's not all that great. Let's see how it does. Just trying to. Oh, that broke. Didn't do too good there, did it? Get another stick over here. Yeah, I've never sharpened this one. This is the first time I've used it. It's basically fresh out of the box, as they say. Yeah. I'm not real impressed with it. For a weapon, it might be okay, trying to defend yourself against somebody or something, but for chopping, not all that great. And that's what I would get something like this for. I would say you'd have to wear some gloves. I don't know what it is about the back of the handle here, but when I was chopping a few times, it was causing a little bit of pain in the web of my hand. So, and as you saw when I tried to stick it in the wood there, it's not sticking. Biting into it, but it's just not standing. There we go. Well, like I said, I got one of these things for chopping. It's not working as a chopper very well. It's a cool looking knife. It was cheap, but I'm not too impressed. Well, okay, one more thing on this. After using this a little bit, and you saw that I wasn't beating on it very much, the scales have already starting to loosen up just a tad. I mean, you can hear it rattling a little bit. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can feel the movement in the scales there. So, yeah, big fail. Hope you enjoyed this little review of the Schrade Uncle Henry 181. If you got any questions or comments, please leave them below. And remember, always be prepared.